This mod we're looking at today could also be called the Build Anywhere mod, and wow is it fun. If you've ever been frustrated with the construction restrictions in Stranded Deep, not being able to build if there's an item there, if there's a creature even as small as a sardine there, or just a terrain or resource rock in the way you didn't account for, you need this mod. It essentially removes most collision issues that pop up in Stranded Deep, making it a ton easier and more enjoyable to build. And it has a further selection to allow you to literally place any constructible anywhere, including intersecting with other pieces of construction, which lets you potentially do some really creative and interesting stuff. So to start out, you need to download the No Collisions mod for Stranded Deep off of Nexus mods, links in the description. We will take the entire zip folder and drag it into Unity Mod Manager to basically load it into the game. If you need more help with this step, check out my video on how to install and use Unity Mod Manager. It's used for all Stranded-wide mods, so you'll need it for anything that you want to use. When we load the game, the Unity Mod Manager screen will pop up showing all of our loaded mods. We just need to check to make sure the No Collisions mod is enabled, and since this is a mod based around building things, we're also going to enable the one-hit build mod, which completes any construction with a single hammer hit. Within the No Collisions mod, there's this toggleable option to build anywhere. This option removes the snap points of constructibles in the game, allowing you to build any structure anywhere. For now, we'll leave this off because I find it helpful to use snap points for the basic structure I want to use. And we'll be using the tweaks mod to increase our stack sizes of our inventory to 16 rather than 4, so we don't have to keep going back to resource piles to pick up more supplies. Here we have a basic little house made of 6 triangular foundations and some walls. I just toggled the build anywhere option off, so now the snapping has been removed, and let's add some more interesting stuff. So I didn't really have a plan for this, but I knew I wanted a spiral ramp thing up to the top. So we're just going to take these triangular foundation parts and put them down slightly further around the hut and just slightly higher so that our character doesn't get caught up on the edge. This can take some practice and a steady hand, but once you get a few right, you get a feel for how much further up they should be placed, and it gets a lot easier. I probably should have switched for triangular floors rather than foundations so the posts wouldn't be sticking down from them, but my mistake lets me illustrate another benefit of this mod. So now I've built my spiral and it's smoothed out. I want to cover up these ugly struts underneath. With the No Collisions mod, I can just take a regular wall and literally put it anywhere I want to either entirely cover this up or place it in such a way that makes it look like this is part of the construction. If I put a few more here and wall it up, this could easily be a good place to store loose tools, coconuts, rocks, or fibrous leaves. And on the spiral, I can put down half walls side by side, any orientation I want, to make a matching railing for my spiral ramp. Without the snapping points, by placing a half wall down, there's no side strut generated, making the railing look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I know this is a big point of contention for a lot of people. These little side struts on the half walls look really ugly, and a lot of players complained about not having an option to remove them. Well, now you can. If you've ever wanted to incorporate a tree, rock, or shipwreck into your build, it's now even easier. I built a little dock out to this wreck, snap points are back on by the way, and was very easily able to build into or around it. And when I made a full circle around it and had this weird gap that wouldn't normally be able to be built across because of the No Collisions mod, I was just able to build another foundation plot over that gap and intersecting into the next foundation plot. You can really make the footprint of something whatever you want it to be with this. There are some really cool things you can do with this, and I'm sure tons and tons of ways you could use this that I haven't even thought of, but let me show you how I made this cool little thing. So once we enable the Build Anywhere function, we can place stairs anywhere, even intersecting with each other. So being very careful to keep my mouse in almost exactly the same spot, I built several staircases and rotated them different degrees and ended up with this cone-shaped brazier looking thing. Next, I built a light hook in the middle, then I placed the torch and lit it, and placed it on the light hook to make this really cool looking ornament thing, I guess. It kind of looks like it belongs outside of some castle or temple or something. So the next logical step was obviously to build a pyramid temple looking thing and put these on the sides of the entrance. Pretty cool looking, huh? Anyways, I think that's where we'll wrap up this mod exploration. Obviously there are some really interesting things that can be done with this mod, and I've barely scratched the surface, and I can't wait to see what some of you come up with. If you download this mod and make something cool with it, drop by the Discord and show us. We'd love to see it. So thank you for watching this video. If you thought this was cool, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Doubly so if you actually use the mod. We'll have some more mod exploration videos coming out soon, and as always, keep on surviving.